Closer to a return to the Western Conference Finals. Look, Minnesota with 18-year pro Mike Jackson Davis, his first ever playoff start. Green. It'll be Randall guarding Draymond Green. Jimmy Butler will be defended by Jaden McDaniels, second team all defense last year. Butler right off the bat, aggressive, missed. The putback is
at first possession. Trayce Jackson Davis gets caught pushing off.
Here's Edwards, really been looking to drive the ball here in the series. Struggled from three the last few games. Randall on the pull-up, his career high, 22 points per game this postseason.
A little bit overzealous on that closeout by Draymond Green. I think you make Julius Randle take a three with a hand up to start the game.
Jackson Davis, 19 minutes, had 15 points in the Game 2 loss in Minnesota. Warriors were blown out of that game, 117-93. Here's Green up top, hit 4 threes in Game 1. Missed there, offensive rebound, Podziemski. Now Randall has Butler in the corner with a shot clock at 8. Butler puts it on the floor and gets the floater.
A lot of space there coming off that ball screen into the middle again. He loves that floater from about 8 feet.
Conley, the lob over the head of Gobert.
A lot of space there to get into the lane.
Golden State got here by beating Houston in 7 games, one on the road in Game 7. Minnesota easily dispatched of the Lakers in 5. People thought he might start this game. Kuminga played really well offensively in Game 2. He'll be the first sub, says Steve Kerr tonight. Edwards couldn't get that one, poked by Gobert out of
rebounding advantage in this series, despite the fact that they're significantly smaller.
Randall and Green battling about 20 feet away from the cup. Now Hield on the cut, pulls up, missed the shot, and Gobert tracks down the rebound. Hield has been so good the last 3 games. 33 points in Game 7 against Houston, 24 in Game 1, and played well in the Game 2 loss. Randall for 3. Gobert slaps it out to Edwards. Edwards, no good on his first shot attempt.
That contest.
Check that, Edwards' second field goal try. Minnesota 1 of 5, Golden State 1 of 4. Shot clock at 8. Edwards pulls the trigger and knocks down a 3 ball. Led the league in made threes during the regular season. And then a turnover. Butler and Green not on the same page in the backcourt. Randall up top. Conley will fire and hit. 8-2 Minnesota.
Yeah, Steve Kerr shaking his head after that backcourt turnover, and they've been sloppy with the ball through the first 2 games, but without Steph Curry, each possession even more valuable. You can't have unforced mistakes.
They had 20 turnovers in Game 2, which led to 22 Minnesota points. That's been the issue when the Warriors have struggled all season, has been the turnover. Here's Jackson Davis scoring inside against the shot-blocking Gobert. 3.5 minutes gone by in Game 3 with the series tied at 1. Randall on the step back. Too strong. Podziemski, another rebound. He's an excellent rebounding guard. Butler, very assertive here in the first few minutes, attacking the basket, but the rim protector Gobert is there. Butler 1 of 2, driving again on Gobert. Stops, spins, puts up the shot. It's good. His second basket.
And I like the fact that he finished that off with a shot. I've seen a lot of Jimmy Butler in the first 2 games come to that jump stop and immediately look to kick out.
When they acquired him from Miami, as Randall misses a 3, they were under 500. Since then, the Warriors are 28-11, including here in the playoffs. He's been that big of a difference maker for Golden State. Green underneath, Jackson Davis, his second field goal, and a quick 6-0.
Up front, athletic ability to finish, even if Gobert is in the area, and he's already got 2 layups.
Conley finds the cutting Edwards, drives through the lane, beautiful move. He's gotten so good at that downhill, always under control.
He's a great athlete, and sometimes those guys will rush that shot. Great patience on that step through by Anthony Edwards to get to the other side, and then a quick shot and missed by Golden State has Minnesota operating again.
Edwards trying to shake Green, can't. Randall goes right at the chest of Jackson Davis, no whistle. And then Randall has it knocked away by Hield. Months for that group to kind of figure it out. Now, they also dealt with injuries.
Can't overstate how hard that is to go to new organization, new personalities to gel with, but more importantly, new spacing to get used to. And I think that was the hardest.
My job is to do a little bit of everything, but obviously the biggest part is to make life easier for Anthony Edwards, who he said is the most confident player he's ever played with. Conley with the floater, and Mike Conley off to a terrific start here for Minnesota with 5 points.
Well, Golden State goes zone on that possession, but they were so extended at the top. There was a massive driving lane for Mike Conley, who just took advantage of it way too easy against your perimeter shell.
Gary Payton coming off the bench and missed the shot. Rebound Gobert. So Kuminga turns out not to be the first guy off the bench. You got both Post, who started game 2, played 3 minutes, and Payton is the first reserves for Golden State. Edwards wrap around to Gobert for the slam. Just 8 points in 6 minutes for Golden State. They really struggled scoring in game 2, obviously missing Stephen Green after he came back from injury about a month into the Butler trade. Shot clock at 1. Payton's got to put it up. It's another turnover.
But it does loosen up the defense if you take the one that's there.
Hanging and finishing is Anthony Edwards. So how will the Warriors survive with Jimmy Butler, their next best offensive player, on the bench? So far, not good. They're stuck on 8 points here for the last couple minutes. Kuminga baseline jump shot goes down. He was 8 for 8 to start game 2.
What a big shot for Jonathan Kuminga. Picks up after having some success in game 2, but he's got the athleticism to go up over the top of this length by Minnesota.
Edwards lost it, the 3-day gap to accommodate the Valkyries, the new WNBA team here, playing its home opener. Look at the upcoming playoffs. Find out on Monday night, whoever gets the first pick, and then Knicks Celtics.
I think your point was accurate here. Without Jimmy Butler, the identity for their offense, it has to be Kuminga, I think, first option. Podziemski also has to be aggressive in ball screen, as he is right here.
Podziemski no good, and rebound by McDaniels. 10 of the 11 shots for Golden State have been
to get a win here at home to extend the series as they wait for Steph Curry.
Boy, ton of contact, a little bit late on the whistle.
A little bit tense, so he was 7.5. The other thing, Dave, it helps them set up their half-court defense, which is an elite defense. It gives them better opportunity to get set and communicate.
Check in with Katie for more.
Yeah, guys, Jimmy Butler said he's not a volume shooter, never has been and probably never will be, but he's going to play the right way.
Although Butler,
the right way, given the circumstances, and likely the aggressive way. Steve Kerr said he had a good conversation this morning with Butler. He said, I didn't even have to tell him. He was preparing to play super aggressive tonight. He has a knack for understanding what's needed, and they need him aggressive, guys.
Unfortunately, the turnovers have been a Gobert, 67% during the regular season. They've got Looney on the floor right now as the backup 5 behind Jackson Davis. Missed the free throw, out to Edwards, wide open. Edwards can't knock it down, rebound Kuminga. Minnesota by 8, just 11 Warrior points. Kuminga very aggressive, and he'll go to the line.
2 free ones.
Injuries have been a problem.
It's the consistency and doing all of the other little things to help your team win. I think on a consistent basis, that is what the Warriors have been waiting for from Jonathan Kuminga.
1 out of 2 on that trip. Reed fumbled it away, but able to get to it. Good hands, Looney. Got the deflection and forced the turnover. Butler on the face-up. Alexander Walker right at his grill. Butler penetrates. Missed the shot. For 5 points in 7 minutes played.
But a good sign that he looked to score on that possession when he got that deep, rather than
off their defense. We can't give them anything easy, and if we can cut down on that, we'll be all right.
You can tell Jimmy Butler wants to be aggressive. What's the key in defending him?
Just trying to make it tough. He's a guy that gets to the free throw line real easy. He's very patient, controls the ball very well, and makes plays for his guys. So we just got to put guys on him and try to make.
You do with a guy like Kuminga, give it to him early and let him extend and use that athletic ability.
Randall with the floater. That ends an 11-0 Golden State run. By the way, the Warriors in that first quarter, just 1 3-point attempt. That is the fewest in a playoff quarter for Golden State since Steph Curry's first postseason back in 2013. Obviously, no Steph tonight, missing his second straight game with a hamstring injury.
Some of that is personnel related for the Golden State. Some of it is the way Minnesota has extended out on the Warriors shooters. As you see another example there, Buddy Hield, really no room whatsoever, has to force one up.
And Hield 0 for 3, no points so far in this game. Great hands, though, by Hield. Coming into year 9, he's ready for the moment.
He's competing, and they have to with these small lineups. You've got to do more than your share of dirty work.
Randall for 3, spins out. They're 2 for 9 from 3. Golden State 0 for 2. Tie game, minute and a half gone by. Series tied at 1 apiece. Podziemski leaning in. Boy, he continues to struggle. Looney, great defense. So far, 7 points for Anthony Edwards to lead Minnesota. Butler with 11 to top all scores. Conley, Randall on the cut, lays it home. Julius Randle with a couple of buckets here in the second quarter.
When he goes straight down the lane like that and puts his right shoulder into your chest, I don't think there's a shot blocker in the league that's going to be in position to stop that.
Butler again driving, and that hit the foot of Podziemski. Another Warrior turnover, their 6th. Randall in transition. Conley, open 3, swatted away. Kuminga. Conley keeps it alive, though. And now McDaniels, corner triple, hit it! Jaden McDaniels, who's been great on both ends of the floor. And this to clean up the turnovers, 6 of them leading to 11 Minnesota points.
Well, the turnovers have led to 11. They also haven't made a 3 yet, so to be down only 3 with both of those numbers on the box score, really impressive how good Golden State's defense has been to this point.
0 for 2 from 3. Draymond Green, by the way, has only played 9 minutes. He was one of those that attempted a 3, late shot clock, and so is Buddy Hield's 3-point attempt late in the shot clock. Here's Reed, drills a 3. Naz Reid shooting close to 50% from 3 in the playoffs. Back-to-back Minnesota triples. Here's Podziemski, and they're going to call. Meanwhile, 3 turnovers now in Jimmy Butler. Draymond Green back on the floor. Butler goes to the bench. Moses Moody is.
And again, another quick blow here, I'm assuming, for Jimmy Butler.
And Kuminga's already off the bench, checking into the next dead ball. Conley missed the shot, and a push underneath.
Opportunities off the glass, but they are really beating up Golden State on this end.
Randall with a catch. Green on him. Reid will let it fly and hit another one. That's 3 consecutive threes for Minnesota.
If you're Jonathan Kuminga and you close out Naz Reid, you have to come out with one hand high and one down. He had both hands below his waist. Naz Reid had a clean look at that.
11-0 run. Kuminga, though, again soars to the rim and banks it home. Kuminga 4 of 4 from the floor with 10 points. He was 8 of 11 the other night, making his first 8 shots.
Giving them a great lift here. Energy and, more importantly, production.
Gorgeous move by Randall with the footwork.
Yeah, it's tough. If he gets any of the smaller players for Golden State on his back down there.
Playoff career high and the most for Minnesota in a playoff game in 25 years. Terrell Brandon, the last to do it. Shot clock at 8. Hield can't get open, so Kuminga drives on Reid. Step back, foul line jumper, not even close. Minnesota's matched its largest lead at 9. Looking to add to it. McDaniels lost the ball. Turnover. Kuminga 2-on-1. Payton takes it himself and lays it home.
Good decision there because Mike Conley was stunting at Payton. He was going to try to get back and break up that lob if he threw it back to Kuminga. Gary Payton executes that 2-on-1 practice drill.
Randall hesitates. That may have cost a misfire on the triple try. Reid with the save.
You're forced to stop. Never did that on the part of Mike Conley, so Gary Payton gets an easy 2.
Here's Podziemski trying to drive, but Anthony Edwards there. Quiet quarter for Edwards. Podziemski's 3 around and out. Shooting 3 for his last 17 from behind the arc. Edwards fires to Reid. Swing it. Randall wide open. That's good. A 3. And a timeout by Steve Kerr. 3 make that in 22 twos attempted. No points for the starting guards. Lex, what are they doing on the Warriors without Steph on the floor?
Well, they understand there's really... He occupies 2 at times and sometimes 3 defenders on one side of the floor, creates a lot of space on the weak side. That space has been taken away by Minnesota.
Meanwhile, an offensive foul on Draymond Green, another turnover by the Warriors. Edwards hasn't taken a shot yet in the second quarter. Reed on the wing, and just as well. 8 now for the Wolves and 8 for the Warriors. Midway point of the second quarter, it's a 10-point lead for Minnesota. Winner goes up 2-1 in the series. Game 4, Monday night. Podziemski puts it on the floor, leans in, draws the foul, but
Stop, put the brakes on. Seeing totally different. Reed off the floor, Gobert back in. So you're not as extended if you're Golden State and don't have quite as much ground to cover on these rotations to the weak side.
first points of the game for Podziemski. And almost a turnover at midcourt. Payton hounding Anthony Edwards. Edwards 7 points, 3 of 8 from the floor. 2 assists. McDaniels, shot clock at 2. And now Edwards with 1, sees it, fires it up at the back iron. And Podziemski taps it to Payton. Now Green, quickly ahead, Kuminga. On the switch, Gobert on Butler. And Butler thought about it, elected not to try a 3, is yet to take a 3 in this game. He will now. And it's not even close. 0 for 4. They get another look.
And I don't think a single player on the Warriors has taken a jump shot with confidence in this game. I mean, they're doing a great job in the paint, getting to the line. There's Jimmy Butler again, turning the corner, but they're going to need some perimeter shooting to win this game.
4.5 to go. 4 quick Warrior points.
A great job again of getting in front.
Much in a different place tonight. We haven't really seen him go at it with the officials. He's 2 technicals shy and 2 flagrant ones shy of a 1-game suspension. So very well behaved so far in this game despite no points. He has drawn a couple charges and sloppy pass that time through the legs of Randall. So now they're off schedule. Kuminga pokes it.
Hopefully what he was hoping for tonight.
Edwards again had the fire with a shot. 3 for 10 and 1 of 4 from 3. Podziemski to the corner. Payton wanted no part of that, so he gets it back out to Butler. McDaniels on him. Butler past him into the lane. Underneath, Green puts it in. 6 straight Golden State points and a time.
Stepping into these perimeter shots with confidence. Minnesota is responsible for some of that, but some of it is just mentally anticipating the shot before you get the ball.
Traveling into the front court. Butler trying to get free from the clutches of McDaniels. Butler drives, floats it up, no, batted around. And Butler saves it underneath, goes right at Gobert. Boy, a lot of contact, no whistle. Edwards in transition to the corner and Conley. Weaving through traffic. I think that was a lob, actually. Biggest made field goal was a 17-footer by Jonathan Kuminga in the first quarter. Game 4 Monday night. The Warriors 8-2 in playoff series under Steve Kerr when it's tied 1-1. McDaniels starts off the half with a 3-ball. Jaden McDaniels with his second basket. Both have been 3-pointers.
Well, Golden State makes a mistake there. Julius Randle had position in the post, but you don't need to send 2 extra defenders into the paint. No way you can get back out to McDaniels.
Buddy Hield for 3, and finally a made field goal for the starting backcourt and the first 3 of the game for the Warriors.
Yeah, I said to you at halftime, I expect to see some action deliberately run for Buddy Hield, and they come right out of the locker room and get him a look.
And then Conley to the goal, lays it in. Trace Jackson Davis, who started the game, played just 6 minutes, tried to block it. A missed shot by Draymond Green. And the other way, McDaniels driving at Jackson Davis, puts it up, front rimmed it, a tip in by Randall.
Julius Randle that time coming right down the middle. I like the intensity that Minnesota has right now to start the third quarter.
Podziemski drives, swatted away, Gobert. Edwards driving, throws it away.
He and Mike Conley.
lost to Dallas in the conference finals last year. Winner of this series moves on to the conference finals to play either Denver or Oklahoma City. Hield misses a three. Rebound McDaniels. Golden State won the play-in to get here and then won at Houston in the 2-7 matchup in the first round in Game 7. Conley floats it up. Gobert catches, goes back up. Missed the shot. Poke to Conley, and now out to Randall. Randall beats Edwards for the slam. Stretch of 7 consecutive misses for Anthony Edwards.
A great read on the weak side. He saw all the attention that Julius Randle was getting in the paint. Nobody touches him on the cut.
Hield misses a three. Kept alive again, this time by Podziemski. Third chance opportunity. Great defense, McDaniels. Good hands, Butler. Missed the shot. Gobert altered that. Minnesota looking to run. No fast break points in the first half. Conley missed the three. Jackson Davis ahead to Butler. Podziemski wide open. Three is good.
And he finally gets one to fall.
Gobert.
It would have been, overturned.
Thank you, Steve. So third foul on Green. Gobert, that would have been his fourth if it had been challenged and overturned. Shot clock at 1, and it's going to be a 24-second violation.
It's frustrating when you come out of a timeout situation and you don't execute and don't even get a shot up to give yourself an opportunity for an offensive rebound.
Podziemski's three in and out, and Gobert with his 11th rebound. Minnesota led by 10 points on 2 different occasions in the first half. The Warriors' largest lead was at halftime, 2 points. Randall on the back down, working hard against Green, and Randall ripped the ball away. Cleared by Butler.
Great defense by Draymond Green, standing his ground, sliding his...
All defense when it's announced, obviously, with the year he had, finishing 3rd in DPOY voting. It'll be his 9th all-defensive team. Butler against Ant-Man. Shot clock at 7. Butler, oh, what a spin! Jimmy Butler, the spin and finish.
He actually thought he's had a couple opportunities for that exact move. Rudy Gobert turned his head for a split second. Jimmy Butler took advantage of it.
Great defense, Draymond Green knocking away that alley-oop attempt. Warriors by 1. Podziemski, great job by Conley fighting through that screen. Now Jackson Davis missed the layup, the follow dunk by Hield. 23-year-old Edwards to ignite the team when he came in the first quarter, and that was one of those 10-point leads. Because of him, he made a couple threes, but he got in foul trouble and sat for most of the rest of that first half. He's got 3 for DiVincenzo, 4 for Gobert. Green has 3 for the Warriors.
But I think that's what they're talking about right here and arguing about.
He gets that one ever by a Minnesota player behind Kevin Garnett, who played in 47. You do wonder about the ankle. Remember, he hurt it in Game 2, hurt it also in the first round. He has not looked like himself, and he always plays through injury. As Butler banks it home, and Golden State has its largest lead of the game.
Jimmy Butler realizes as soon as Rudy Gobert went over to sit down, he knows he's going to put his head down and get to the rim.
Block defense all year, but adding Jimmy Butler, when they got Butler, they were the #1 defense in the NBA after the trade. We are seeing that in this game. Edwards gets the layup. He attacked that time, 13 points.
And he hasn't done much with his jump shot, but his last 2 baskets have come from a weak side slash. Once on a weak side dive for a dunk, that time a back cut, able to get to his left-handed finish.
And you mentioned, like, we haven't seen the step back 3 as
Night, but he just doesn't look that come of this game.
Here's Katie.
Yeah, guys, Ant said after Game 2 he's not taking enough.
He led the league in made threes during the regular season. Randall missed the scoop. And here comes Golden State at the midway point of the third quarter, up 2. Winner takes a 2-1 series lead. Butler's got a game-high 23 points for Golden State. Driving here and Reed, got deep, lefty, shot is good off the window.
He is just taking the ball right into the chest of whoever's in front of him without Gobert on the floor.
Edwards' pull-up jumper is good. Back-to-back baskets for Anthony Edwards. Starting to heat up here in the third.
And sometimes paint buckets can get you going with your jump shot. So if you're Anthony Edwards, now you're seeing the ball go in.
Kuminga kept the pivot foot down. Butler drives. Reverse layup, no good. Went under the basket that time and could not get it to roll home.
I actually didn't think he needed to go to the other side. I think he could have shot that.
Two. He missed the NBA draft lottery Monday night, followed by Knicks and Minnesota and Golden State. So Anthony Edwards makes it a 1-point game. He's got the last 8 points for the Wolves. Butler driving through the lane, out to Payton. Kuminga thought about it, fires, no good, and rebound Randall. Warriors 2 for 11, both made threes in the second half. Their first scoreless first half from three-point range in 18 years. Edwards missed the reverse, rebound Randall. Kept the pivot foot down as he almost slid. Randall's got to get it in. They do just in time. Edwards. Reverse layup is good. Anthony Edwards has come alive here for Minnesota to retake the lead. He has 10 in the quarter.
Oh, he's made up his mind. If they're going to close out on that hard out beyond the three-point line, he's going to use his speed and athletic ability to get to the rim and finish and create some easy opportunities.
18 points now for Edwards. Butler guarded by Reed. Shot clock at 4. Kuminga flashes. Oh, with the hammer jam. Great find by Butler, his 6th assist.
Minnesota went zone on that possession as Anthony Edwards fires a three. And Golden State's movement confused them and allowed that weak side cut by Kuminga.
They go to Butler. He's doubled immediately. Ran a great save. Terrific hustle, Julius Randle. Edwards wide open. Can't get a three. Back-to-back misses from deep. He is 1 for 8 from 3 in this game. And 4 for his last 28 from 3. Here's Hield wide open, and Hield drills a triple. Buddy Hield with 2 threes in the third. And the lead is 4. It's the largest for Golden State. Randall attacks. Count that one. 4 points, 11 assists. And he knocks down the... Back to a 1-point game. The difference for Golden State, the backcourt, Hield and Podziemski with 9 points combined in the quarter. Just 2 in the first half. Podziemski now has Naz Reid on him. Step back 3 over the outstretched arm of Reed. Not there. Minnesota ball.
That time Golden State was not able to get the penetration that they've gotten on the last several possessions.
Nice spin.
And I think the more I play hard, the more I run, the more I just do those small things, it's going to impact on both ends. So that's what I've just been doing all day.
What's allowed you guys to take and make more threes in the second half?
What'd you say?
What's allowed you guys to take and make more threes in the second half?
Just taking care of the ball, sharing, giving all the extra passes. If somebody open, just
Shots got a chance to put some numbers on the board.
One of the long history, they finally throw it up as Randall and Looney were battling for position, and it's Minnesota ball. Julius Randall, 20 points. Anthony Edwards, 23. Edwards had 15 in that third quarter. Conley drives, floater, front rim, and no. Rebound Looney. Where is the offense going to come from? Buddy Hield got going in the third. Meanwhile, Podziemski still struggling, 1 of 10. Kuminga, as Katie mentioned, has been the guy. 20 points, 8 of 11 for the second straight game. Backing down the smaller Conley. And let's listen in now to the sounds of the game.
On the road into Game 7, and the first tonight, getting Jimmy Butler the support that he needs.
And to your point, no points in Game 6 before that outburst in Game.
Much there at all. Give Podziemski credit. If you can sell it and get the call, you earn your team a possession.
Especially in this game when it comes to contact. Butler could not get that one. Rebound, Naz Reid. Butler with 28, Kuminga 22. The Warriors lead by 6. Minute and a half gone by in the fourth, and now
You win even if he's not scoring. He's leading the Warriors right now in rebounding.
one of the best rebounding guards in the league, and it's just his second year. He's got 8 boards so far. Most of those in the first half. Randall, Green had to be careful with 4 fouls, and Randall missed the shot. Quick outlet. They don't have numbers. 3 on 4. Draymond just 2 points. Good pass underneath. Butler missed the layup. He's missed a
Scoop shot, decided to go left at the last second.
Edwards got caught in the air.
Caused Anthony Edwards to get twisted in the air, and that's why he didn't attempt
To win that game. Had a healthy lead when he went out. Got blown out in game 2. And a 6-point lead here in game 3. He'll be reevaluated on Wednesday. Edwards rises up over Podziemski, almost falling into the bench. Cans a 3.
Sometimes great offense in this league is just too good for great defense.
Kuminga downhill. Got it to fall. Great pass as well by Green. Edwards, 26 points. He'll try it again. Missed that time. Long rebound. Batted around right to Conley. Now Reed, corner 3. Got it. Naz Reid with his 3rd 3-pointer. Long pass down court. Payton falls down in a playoff game. That was against Dallas. They were the 8th seed and they beat the 1 seed Mavs that series. Jimmy Butler, 28 points, 21 shots, 7 free throw attempts. That's big for the Warriors. Butler gets past Reed. Good defense, Reed. Knocked it away, but the Warriors keep. Shot clock at 4. Here's Butler for 3. Jimmy Butler with his 2nd 3-ball. He's got 31.
So selective when he takes those, but that time he was perfectly on balance. He eyed Naz Reid up and knew he could get that off.
Randall going at it with Draymond Green, and Randall finishes inside. 22 for Randall, 3-point game.
He's such a different post-up player when he can get back to that left hand. Draymond forced him over the other shoulder the last post-up and forced a miss.
Butler again gets past this man. Another missed layup and a foul.
Mindset to start the game
Is playing when they were the 7th seed. They win that game. Curry was great at 37, Butler at 38. That was his best game of the postseason, maybe his best game overall. He played 30 regular season games for the Warriors, but he might top that tonight. He's got 33 points now. The lead is 5 for Golden State. 8-minute mark in the 4th quarter. Winner gets a 2-1 series lead. Edwards on the spin of the elbow, and Payton knocks it free. Underneath, Randall corrals and scores, and they're going to...
The Warriors catch a break.
Shot clock at 8. Butler now on Reed. Behind the back. Timer at 5. Butler driving, spinning, stopping, falling away. Front rimmed it. Rebound Randall. Here's Edwards. His team down 5. They go to Reed. Mid post. Working against Butler. Butler reaches in. And a foul. Payton watching Edwards. Edwards with 26, 18 since halftime. Randall down.
Green, but that did not pay off in that situation. He's played Julius Randle so well when he's got him squared up at the elbow. He gambled, missed. Julius Randle with an easy one.
Draymond Green trying to return the favor, turns it over. Randall ahead to Ant-Man. Edwards with the beautiful stop and lay-in.
Recognized what Jimmy Butler was going to try to do tonight.
1-point lead for Golden State. They're in the midway point of the 4th quarter. Here's Green on the high post to the corner, a 3, Payton short. And it's Minnesota ball. Anthony Edwards, 28 points to pace Minnesota. 11 of 25 from the floor. Randall has 24. Edwards got the 3. Anthony Edwards with 4 3-pointers. Minnesota back in front.
One of his only catch and shoots from the 3 tonight, and he knew Gary Payton was on him. He was a smaller defender, shot that very relaxed.
Butler underneath, missed the shot at the rim. Good defense by McDaniels. Here's Randall. Edwards, 23 points here in the half. 9 of 14 from the floor. Looking to take Payton again. Shot clock inside 10. Randall on the back down. They don't help. It's one-on-one. Randall to the corner. 3 on the way. Way off the mark from Ender.
On him. That's why he was so relaxed on that release.
Randall got to get rid of it. Got it away in time. No, he did not. They went
easier. The ball was deeper back into his palm before the release.
McDaniels, an elite defender. Screened away by Green. So now on the switch, you got Randall on Butler. Butler driving on him and throws it over the head of Drake.
First half, it's a bullet, and it's about chest high. That's a very difficult play for Draymond Green to be able to catch that and finish. Jimmy Butler knew it. He should have gone ahead and forced that shot up. He may have gotten a whistle.
Fourth turnover. Great backdoor cut. Alexander Walker blew the layup, though. The Warriors looking to run, tie, or maybe take the lead. Kuminga step through, can't finish. Play this.
Yeah, I think you got to trust him. He's played in foul trouble a lot throughout his career. Very smart in doing that. I think with this time in the game, down 2, you leave him in.
Randall going to work to the corner. Shot clock at 7. McDaniels puts it on the floor. Missed the dunk. Draymond make it 3.
Has been more clutch in this postseason than Aaron Gordon for sure. Again, huge 3 last night to help Denver take that 2-1 lead.
Meanwhile, a 5-point deficit has turned into a 4-point lead. A 9-0 run by Minnesota over the last 4 minutes. Here's Butler with 33 points. Puts it on the floor. Stops underneath to Looney. And Looney is...
Butler gets the drop off, but certainly...
How Grady is at setting screens to free up Curry and Thompson and Durant during those titles. He makes both free throws. 30 bench points for the Warriors. Two-point lead for Minnesota. Here's Edwards. He's got 31 for the game. 23 in the second half. Looking to drive on Kuminga. 2 elite athletes going at it. Out to Conley. Can't bank in a 3. Gobert. 3 of 4 at the line. Now 4 of 5 here.
Just 46% in the playoffs from the line, but 4 of 5 tonight, making 5 and get into that paint.
Although Gobert took longer than normal there on the release. Clearly Randall was anticipating him letting it go earlier. Butler around the screen. Drives, goes at Gobert. Missed another layup. Cleared by Randall. Edwards up the court. And Butler will greet him at the 3-point line, so Edwards backs away to the logo with a shot clock at 10. Minnesota up 3. 7 to shoot. Edwards to Randall. Swing it. McDaniels fires and nails it. Swishes home a 3. And the lead to...
Takes him to the sideline, and then it's just 2-on-1 on the weak side.
No field goals in 6 minutes for Golden State. Tough shot by Kuminga. Great tip by Port. Conley had a little trouble on the trap. And Randall gets it across in time. Kuminga harassing him. Conley down low. Shot clock at 14. One timeout left for the Warriors. 2 for Minnesota. Shot clock at 5. Kuminga. Nobody open. Timer at 1. Kuminga's got to put it on. Got it away in time. Missed it. Looney there with the offensive rebound. Back to Kuminga. Stripped. Edwards. What a play. McDaniels ahead to Randall. Randall got caught in the air. Plays for Gobert, who's here for the first time in franchise history. And Gobert, last handful of possessions. He'll catch and shoot. Good on the 3. Jemski brings it across. Jimmy Butler's got 33 to lead all scorers. Edwards has 31. Hield with 14 here in the second half. Way off the mark on the triple try. Randall skies for the rebound. 90 seconds to go. Minnesota ball up 4. They double. Randall fights through it. Here's Edwards. He'll pop. In and out on the 3. Gobert taps it out though to Randall. Back to Edwards. Another try. That one's good. Anthony Edwards with 34.
Another offensive rebound. Comes back to haunt Golden State.
And an offense earliest is game 6. But the trying to work quickly. Missed the layup. Randall, great defense. Gobert out to McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Soaring.
Able to finish that off would have been
the last few. It
had really one of these type of explosions in the postseason, but he took over this game in the second half offensively.
Three-pointer is good by Kuminga. 6-point game. Warriors not done the series in the second half. Warriors will not foul. Randall gets it across to McDaniels. Warriors trying not to foul at this point with a shot clock inside of 10. Conley underneath. McDaniels got the fall away. Lead up to 8 for Minnesota. Jackson Davis with the slam. Now they didn't see McDaniels, and now they get to him.
Butler was going to have to, but Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves
Might lead for Minnesota. Butler for three. No good. Kuminga to the corner. He'll put it up and knock it down. 5 seconds. And the Minnesota Timberwolves have won 2 straight in the series since the injury to Steph Curry.